The time is probably about 4:45 now in the evening. Um, yeah, it's going to drop a lot more after the sun well, obviously you can't see the sun at the moment, but it has gone, or it's in the process of going down in the next couple of hours. After 11 o'clock at night, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be in a tent. And and that was a thing about the trail, the two camps that I mentioned a day or so ago on the train. I've had a quick word with the ranger. Always have a word with the rangers on weather conditions, beastie conditions, anything like, what you go on, as I said before, armed with questions on the current conditions and different things and situations in the park. But anyway, yeah, let's get back to it. It's going to be it might even drop to -10. My sleeping bag's probably not even any good anymore for a -5, so I'm not going to risk it. It'll be pretty much suicide to actually go out to any of these camps and actually risk staying there without an actual cabin, without a log burner like we had on the Chilkoot Trail. These are just campgrounds. It's primarily summer hiking and stuff, and it's about between 9 and possibly 13 miles to the first camp. I wanted to make it there the first night, which is possible, but obviously it's going to be hard going in. If this snow here gets up to a foot or more, it's going to just be a hindrance. I'm going to be cold and tired. It's going to get to me a little bit more. Again, about that, I know I skipped across hypothermia the other day. What I forgot to mention on the other trail was obviously it's important to keep warm, wrap up, and get obviously a warm cup of coffee or something, warm something inside you. What I didn't mention is also carry a bag of sweets or glucose tablets or anything that's fast reacting, which is absolutely masses of sugar. I've got some I've got some oh god, my brain's gone numb now. Some sort of a popular brand of kiddie sweet. They're very addictive, but let me just say that they're sweet and sour, and I couldn't, even on movie night, I can't have a whole bag, otherwise I feel like throwing up in my age. But anyway, yeah, sweets, definitely take a bag of sweets, or just as well, or just as good, should I say. There is peanuts that are actually, either honey glazed, or I've bought some here, it's got caramel glaze, and they're absolutely lush, but they're loaded with sugar and with a little bit of protein being peanuts. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it is getting cold out here, so I'm going to head on back in a minute. I'll make this short and sweet. I wanted to cover water. Obviously hitting a trail, any trail in this time of year, you don't really want to go near water sources like rivers and streams, because half of it's going to be frozen. You might slip in, or you might put your foot through ice. At the very least, you're going to get cold feet, and without a fire or water source to actually heat up your clothes, dry yourself out, you're putting yourself in a dangerous position. Yeah, obviously we talked about yeah, rivers freezing. Never walk on rivers. Even if you're in midwinter, only dickheads walk on rivers. Use bridges, for God's sake. That's what they're there for. You walk the extra 2-3 miles if you have to, but utilize what's been put in place. Trail conditions. Yeah, obviously bad. Use your common sense. If the weather's going to be like this or worse, reschedule it for another day, or the following year or something. Don't put yourself at risk. Obviously, yeah. The only other thing that I wanted to, water. As I found out today, I put my water bottle or one of my water bottles on the outside of my backpack, and by the time I'd got it back to the visitors lodge, half of it was frozen, including like a frozen cork in the top, which was kind of funny. But it wouldn't be so much fun if I had to de-thaw it at a camp or in a tent before I drank it or used it in making food, especially the freeze-dried stuff, which you need water for, hot boiling water, which is yeah, we're gonna yeah, we'll cover actually in part 3 if we can get to like a place where I can actually show you how to set up camp and all that, and actually how to you know, prep meals and whatnot, and to make your area safe before you actually bed down for the night. Yeah, we'll cover that in part 3. I did just wanted to cover communication. I can't say this enough. Hang on a second. Arm change again. Any trail like this, whether it be in the apparently this is unofficially the 4th day of winter now, but you know, any trail that you go on, ask questions. I've said this before, with the rangers and local people. Talk to them. Tell somebody where you are going and what trail you will be using. So important. And some of the actual places will actually ask for a guesstimated day of your return, actually either in town or at the other side of the trail. A lot of them are a bit blasé about it, so don't guarantee on anybody coming to rescue you if you get in trouble on your own. You are on your own out here. I am on my own. Well, not tonight. I've got a fantastic company again this evening for a chat and stuff. But tomorrow, if I hit the main trail, I'll be on my own and stuff. And yeah, you just got be careful. Take your time. Be aware of your own body energy levels. Very important. Keep your sugar levels up. Keep your body core temperature warm. Communication. Yeah. Obviously, tell people where you're going. Said that before. If you can afford a satellite phone, why not get one? But especially if you're traveling alone into remote regions, I would totally get one. But on the downside to that, you have to be proficient with a map and stuff to give your I don't know, 8-figure or 16-figure grid reference to whatever park ranger or whoever you actually get on the end of that phone, because you may not be able to get through to the parks office. You may have to go through some other office, or if you're on my crappy cell phone, I'd have to ring the UK emergency services, and then they'd have to contact somebody over here, which is not going to happen, because I don't want to be that embarrassed, really. But yeah, that's communication. Basically the best thing is to go with somebody else. Go with a small group of people. Yeah, it's just traffic. There's not any beasties around at the moment. We hope. Although, hang on a sec. Over there, in between the car and the actual the building there, we saw. I went out to a restroom stop in the morning, and I actually saw some fresh moose tracks. I must have missed him by about, because it was still snowing, by probably about I don't know, half an hour or something. And today on that Triple Lakes Trail, we were walking that, and we were actually following tracks that we weren't sure of what they were to start off with, because the snow was sort of partially covering them and stuff. But we walked on the way back, and we saw fresher prints that we think had been just put down, I don't know, about 10 minutes before or so. So we're pretty sure it was a smallish black bear, which I thought, yeah, we were actually tracking a black bear without knowing today, so which is pretty exciting. But obviously we're really even gladder that we didn't bump into him or her. So yeah, it's dumping more snow now. I'm hoping this won't destroy my camera. Yeah, anyway, this is me. I think that's all I can fit into part 2. I'll see you in part 3. Maybe not in Denali National Park, but I will be covering a few other pointers and stuff for safe camping and stuff. And okay, that's me out anyway. I've used enough battery space. Okie dokie, bye for now. See you in a little bit.